Good afternoon. My name is Lavpreet Kaur and I'm here to present my assignment about story listening and inclusive practices. The story I choose to talk about is My Stolen Childhood and a Life to Rebuild by Sheila Humphreys. It's her own life story where she talks about the suffered cruciality, neglect by three generations of the family, by her own mother, herself, her sister, and her two daughters. They were taken to orphanage away from families by authorities. Rinaldi says that listening stimulates emotion. Listening requires a deep awareness and suspension of our judgments and prejudices. The more I listened to her story, the more I was feeling connected. I cannot measure the amount of physical and emotional trauma Sheila and other children been through as I'm experiencing my children's childhood and have wonderful memories of my own childhood. Listening to these stories made me burst with tears, as how can this period be the darkest days of a child's life? In spite of having parents, they were in orphanage. How terrifying it is for an individual who just spent only 3 months of her whole life with her parents. Listening to her story and other stories of stolen generations helped me to build respect for Aboriginal culture, and I understand the need why Aboriginal people should get prioritized for care, education, and healing practice. As I am an early childhood educator, I feel the strong urge that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children deserves a better future. They should get a welcoming environment in the society where they feel belonging to their own land, their own country. Early childhood Australia states inclusion means building upon and fostering diversity. It involves working with every child and not particular group of children. Each child's strengths are built upon and any barriers to learning facing a child are recognized and responded to. The greatest lesson I have learned from Sheila Humphrey's work was to forgive. It is remarkable the way she put her pain aside and started making a difference to the lives of children so that no other child could go through the darkest days she been through. It is important for services to be inclusive as every child has the right to education to be accepted as they are regardless of their cultural background, race, gender. We all should make efforts to support the strong culture of this Aboriginal land by implementing Aboriginal languages, customs, and culture in our early childhood setting, which is the base of education for future generations. I will embed the Aboriginal drawings, their symbols, in my everyday teaching practice as I know language is an identity for any culture or individual. An Aboriginal woman from New South Wales, Lannis Church, says that language is part of our songlines, stories, spirituality, law, culture, identity, and connection. Language transfers important knowledge, passing down from our ancestors and elders that guides us. Thank you for listening to me.